I write exclusively for myself. Absolutely 100% myself. I need to be free, and I need to be free of any concerns about anyone else, what they would think, and sometimes that's very hard. Having grown up when I did, the situation at home were very, restricted sometimes, like claustrophobic, and a lot of rules and a lot of things that was kind of made it life hard sometimes. And then the books were like the way out, really. When I started the creative course, it's very hard to get in. So just by getting in, I thought, okay, I won. I'm there. I'm someone, and then I wasn't. Then I realized I am not. I'm not a writer. I got another friend. I started to study literature. He was a writer. He was a poet. He read Beckett. He played chess. He listened to jazz, not pop music like I did. I remember we went to Prague together. And I remember we went into a church. And I remember him sitting like this. And I thought, what is he doing? Is he meditating? Is he seeing something I don't see? Because he's a poet, I'm not. And then I asked him afterwards, what did you experience? And he said, no, I'm sorry, I fell asleep. And I held it so high, and I saw it in those who were writing that I had something I didn't have. It has to do with confidence, and it has to do with belief. And I don't have that in me. I don't believe in myself. And I tried, and I had like 800 pages with openings, with beginnings. It's like going to your daytime job and fail every day. It's really something. And then I started to write my struggle. So I let go of knowledge of where things were going. The need to tell, and the need to tell completely. I don't care about what I look like in this. I tell this exactly as it is. I had to accept everything that came, and I just write on it. So I never plot, I never map, and I never edit, really. If I used 8 weeks on the 3 first pages, book 5 is written in 8 weeks. It's like crazy. If I don't know what I'm doing, I'm just, in there, then it's often good.
He only does one draft. He says, I've got the notebooks to prove it. It's always something you need to kind of back up because it's such a bold claim. When you sort of surrender to it, or when it overwhelms you, you're just carried on this incredibly sort of immersive ride. Something about that rhythm and that incredible immersion. I could quite happily read him writing about someone making their breakfast for like 10 pages, and they're boiling an egg and they're making the coffee, and there's just something about it that just is addictive.
I never know where my writing is going, so I'm always goes to places that interest myself. I need to be free, and I need to be free of any concerns about anyone else, what they would think. The thought of having written a bad book is tormenting and terrible, but then you have a new chance and you can do the next one.
After my struggle, you come to the Morning Star sequence, which is kind of like the daily life minutiae of Knausgård meets Stephen King kind of supernatural storytelling. Then who knows where he's gonna go next, but I'm gonna be aboard for it.
I don't write much, about 5 hours a day, 5 days a week. But if you do that, then it's a novel year. I was very depressed at that point. I remember it was winter and it was snow, and I hardly could move. And I started to paint, and I can't paint, I really can't paint. But I got completely absurd. I remember like 16 hours of painting, just completely amateur painting, but it was just the fact of making something, see something comes you know, in front of you. But it took a long time before I realized that this is the reason, this is the thing. This is the thing, really. The act of making something is so good. It's so good.